there's a screen, white screen, okay, and there's a play of light and pictures, and we get caught so much into that light and picture drama that we think it's a real world, and we get sucked into it, and we start praying for the main character or whatever, sympathize with the main character. So it's very common. So let me ask you one question. You don't have to answer this, just think for yourself. The question that I'm asking, the difference between the white screen and the light through which the picture is projected, is there a difference in that? Is there a separation in that? There's no separation, right? Because the light is projected onto the white screen, correct? Similarly, in our life, all the emotions, whether it's sadness or happiness, is projected in the screen of our mind. And who is the observer? Observer is the consciousness, that's you. You're the observer, right? But there's no difference between the observer and the mind. Because that's called ADHYAAS. We're so tied together, it's almost that there's no separation. That's why we feel, if our mind is sad, we say, I am sad. If the mind is agitated, we say, I am agitated. Are you getting the concept? It's a very subtle concept. Because all these feelings are going on in your mind. What you can observe, you cannot be that. Scientifically. Understood? The thing observed and an observer has to be different. So for a moment, whenever you're happy or sad, try to dissociate yourself with the mind. Both in happiness and sadness. Normally we are very close to our own success and failure, or our children's success and failure, right? Or if something bad happens with them, like not getting good admission in university, or not getting a good job, not getting a good life partner, or not marriage not getting fixed or something like that, right? We get too tied up with all those things. But who is sad? Ask this question. Who is agitated? Ask this question to yourself. It's your mind. You can observe your mind, your sadness, and also your happiness. So try to, at the moment of extreme sadness or happiness, try to distance yourself from your mind. This is a practice. This is the highest practice you can do. And I told about the 3-step method. This is one of the steps. The first step is acceptance. Accept that this is going on in my life. Okay, whether it's happiness or sadness, accept it, yes, this situation is happening, and not running away from your feelings. If you don't like a situation or a person in your life, accept it. Yes, this is my feeling, I own it. Don't put the blame on the other person. Because of him or her, I'm not feeling good. Accept, take the ownership of your feeling. That's the first step. Okay? Second is, change what you can change. If you can change either your position, okay, or change the other person or the strategy. You cannot change the other person, but if you're in a position of a power, like suppose you have to get something done with your children, you can delegate things or ask them to do certain things. Or if you're a manager, you can request people to do things. So if you can induce some change, try your best without getting agitated again. The third one is transcend all these things by your practices, by understanding that the tying up your mind with yourself, the consciousness is so closely tied together that it gets misrepresented. The Sanskrit, the term is ADHYAAS. ADHYAAS means superimposition of mind over consciousness. Whatever is going on in my mind, we get so tied up with it. It's almost like a whirlpool, churning like a mixie. We can't come out of that circle. In Sanskrit, it's called chitta vritti. That means thoughts going on in your mind, circling in your mind constantly. Okay, so there's 3-step process. First, A, accept. C, change if you can, whatever you can without getting agitated. T is transcend, act. So act in the world beautifully. Because world is a stage. It's drama going on. Everywhere you look, there's a different scene. Every time there's a different scene. The same person even doesn't behave the same way next time, maybe, or maybe behave worse. You never know what's going on in their life. Alright, so this is a 3-step process, ACT. Remember this. Transcend is the most important, where you have to rise above all these things by working on your own mind, getting that relative detachment. Okay? Once you go into the transcendental stage, you become an observer to the situation. That ADHYAAS part, like the total attachment with the mind, gradually fades away. Okay? That's what is transcend. That you can only achieve by knowledge. When that knowledge seeps in of who am I,